But without further ado, your treat for this afternoon, please welcome Verlon Thompson and John Mailander.
Days up and down they come, like rain on a conga drum. Forgetting most, remember some, don't turn none away. Too much is not enough, nothing is too much to bear. All you get is good and gone, all you keep is the getting there. Oh, to live is to fly, both low and high. Shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Sing it with me. Oh, to live is to fly, both low and high. Now shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Some of them were dreamers, and some of them were fools who were making plans and thinking about the future. And with the energy of the innocent, they were gathering the tools they would need to make their journey back to nature. And as the sand slipped through the opening and their hands reached for that golden ring, in their hearts they turned to each other's hearts for refuge. In the troubled years that came before the deluge, some of them knew pleasure, some of them knew pain, and for some of them it was only the moment that mattered. And on the brave and crazy wings of youth, they went flying around in the rain, till their feathers, once so fine, grew torn and tattered. And in the end they traded their tired wings for the resignation that living brings, and exchanged love's bright and fragile glow for all the glitter and the rouge. And in a moment they were swept before the deluge. Let the music keep our spirits high. Let the buildings keep our children dry. Let creation reveal her secrets by and by. By and by. Till the light that's lost within us reaches the sky. Some of them grew angry at the way the earth was abused by the men who had learned how to forge her beauty into power. And they struggled to protect her from them, only to be confused by the magnitude of the fury in the final hour. And when the sand was gone and the time arrived, in the naked dawn only a few survived. In an attempt to understand this thing so simple but so huge, believed that they were meant to live after the deluge. So let the music keep our spirits high, and let the buildings keep our children dry. Let creation reveal her secrets by and by. Till the light that's lost within us reaches the sky. Reaches the sky. Hey, let the buildings keep our children dry. Let the music keep our spirits high. Well, I've been out walking, and I don't do that much talking these days. These days, these days I seem to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do for you. Yes, and all the times I had the chance to. Well, I had a lover, and it's so hard to risk another these days. One of these days. Now these days I sit on quarter stones and I count the time in quarter tones till 10, my friend. And don't confront me with my failures, I have not forgotten them. Play it, John. these days. And if I seem to be afraid to live the life that I have made in song, that's wrong. Well, it's just that I've been losing for so long. So long. So long. We wanted to do those two songs there in honor of one of our musical heroes. I know I'm speaking for John here, but the great David Lindley, who played the most beautiful violin parts and slide guitar, and I think John just channeled him perfectly right there. By the way, I'm so proud and happy to have my new friend John Mailander up here with me. He makes me stand up straighter and act right and focus. Man, this is an old song. I don't do it very often, but I thought it'd be fun to play with John. I was reading a Woody Guthrie book, as a matter of fact, and he was talking about hitchhiking on the trains, you know, back in the day when he was sort of like a hobo. And he was talking about the yard bulls, you know, the guys that would try to throw him off the trains, and I don't know, it just sounded awful romantic to me, but in a real rugged sort of way. So this is a tune I wrote after reading that book about Woody. "24/7, 365. My occupation is staying alive. There ain't no vacation when you're trying to survive. 24/7, 365. I got the wind, I got the rain and the snow of bad weather. Wherever I go, cheap whiskey. There ain't no such a thing when you're bumming a ride on this train. 24/7, 365. My occupation is staying alive. There ain't no vacation when you're trying to survive. 24/7, 365. The Rough Riders, man, they rattle my bones. And then yard bulls, they won't leave me alone. When the southbound comes to an end, I'm gonna get on the northbound and do it again, John. holes in my soul and my shoes. I got nothing, I mean nothing to lose. Ain't nobody calling me back. It's just a matter of time till this train jumps the tracks. I said 24/7, 365. My occupation is staying alive. There ain't no vacation when you're trying to survive. It's 24/7. It's 24/7. 24/7. 365. You know, at the festival, I just thought he was a talented and sweet guy, you know, and that was good enough for me. That's all I needed to know. I just kind of felt drawn to him. And we started talking and realized that we both lived in Nashville. And I said, well, man, we're just up the road from each other. We get back home, let's get together and pick, maybe work up a set. He said, oh, that'd be great. And then I went to Googling. That was my mistake, you see. I started seeing the kind of stuff he was doing and how unbelievably versatile he is and how talented. And I was tempted to just call him up and cancel the whole thing. In fact, I believe I said, John, I'm all intimidated now that I've seen who all you played with and what you've done and how great you are. And he goes, Verlon, there's no need for that. That's how sweet and simple and matter of fact he is.
You're pretty great yourself,
Yeah.
Roth.
What's that? Oh, good eye. Yep. I wrote this song for my mama. I wrote it on a mandolin. But I can't play it on the mandolin and sing it at the same time. So over the years, I've turned it into a guitar picking song, but I've tried to teach it to a few other mandolin players, and nobody was that interested. They didn't want to stick with me, you know. John, man, he dived right in there. So I'm really thrilled to play a song for my mama today the way it ought to be played. And it's called Darwita's Mandolin. My mom's name is Darwita. Guy Clark told me one time, John, he said, Verlon, you need to write a song about your mama. I said, yeah, Guy, I would, but man, my mom's name is Darwita. That'd be hard to put into a song. And he said, where's she come from? I said, she comes from Greasy Bend, Oklahoma. He goes, I don't know about that. But then a few weeks later, he cornered me and he said, Verlon, you got to write that song, man. Everybody knows you won't get into heaven if you don't write a song about your mama. So I went ahead and tried it, and here it is. Hang on, I got my pick in the wrong place here. 2, 3, 4. Well, down in Greasy Bend, she's picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Hey, the music never ends. Darweda's mandolin keeps playing. Now every hobo coming up that holler used to leave a secret mark upon her gate. It was a sign to all the others who might follow, saying stop a while and visit, man. She'll feed you beans and biscuits, man, and pick some boiling cabbage and down yonder while you wait. Whoa, down in Greasy Bend, she's picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darweda's mandolin keeps playing. Comes a peddler in his wagon. He's got pots and pans and lots of shiny things. He's promised young Darweda that he'd have them. Not no box of candy kisses, y'all. Not no dolly dishes, y'all. Her one and only wish is for some brand new mando string. So down in Greasy Bend, she's picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Hey, the music never ends. Darweda's mandolin keeps playing. Yeah, my mama's mandolin keeps on playing. Here's kind of a sad story about an old boy missing a girl by the name of Ada Lee. Ada Lee was is a real person. Frank Serio and I wrote this song about, well, it's not about the real Ada Lee. The real Ada Lee is like a flower girl over in Virginia, I believe. One of those gals that walks into the honky tonks at night with a basket of roses and cons us old sorry ass guys into paying $5 for a rose, thinking we can score some points. That's what she does, Ada Lee. No, she's actually, I'm sure she's a sweet gal. Now what it was, it ain't no more. It's just a shadow of the place it was before. Now there's blackbirds, lonesome blackbirds, on our front porch swing And in our backyard, there ain't one flower to be seen. I hear voices that I don't recognize, and I see faces behind those empty eyes. I could blame it on the years and the tears I'm looking through. Oh, but the truth is, it's just that I don't see you. Adelaide, you said if you love somebody, you set them free. I still believe that we gave up too easily. Yeah, but that's just me, Adelaide. Now the last I heard, you were up in Roanoke. The preacher said he got the word through your kinfolks. They said you've been thinking about Savannah. Yeah, you always did, I know. And you'd fit right in there, girl, where all them wild roses grow. Adelaide, you said if you love somebody, you set them free. I still believe that we gave up too easily, but that's just me, Adelaide. Well, I'd write you a letter, but I don't know where I'd send it. I wouldn't know where to begin, and I sure wouldn't know how to end it. Anyway, my old feebled mind most likely couldn't even find the words I'm looking for. 'Cause you see, what it was, it ain't no more. Adelaide, you said if you love somebody, you set them free. And I still believe that we gave in too easily. Oh, but that's just me, Adelaide. I know if you love somebody, you set them free. But I still believe that we gave up too easily. Ah, but that's just me, Adelaide. John. Well, I I got to go to Scotland not long ago, and I got to stay in a big old castle for a couple weeks, and it don't get any better than that. I'll just say it flat out right there. Got treated like royalty the whole time, and the name of this castle that I got to stay in is Kincardine, Kincardine. They call it Kincardine. Look it up. Google it if you want to. If y'all are brave enough to tackle that Googling thing. But be cautious. There ain't no telling what you'll find on there. But I was so taken by this place that I wanted to try to, I don't know, somehow pay tribute to it. And I don't often do this, but I wrote a little instrumental called Kincardine. And I tried to get John to play it with me here. Baumgarten, John Mailander. So actually, while I was there, we did a little, I hired a recording guy to come into the castle, and we sat around. I played some music with some of my Scottish friends and some of my American friends, and I got them to sing along. And my wife, actually, I know y'all don't believe I have a wife. She was actually there with me, and she brought all her film equipment. She filmed the whole thing, and she's making a little documentary, and Well, she works slow but steady, so I'll just say that. So one of my Scottish friends over there, another wonderful fiddle player, a guy by the name of Paul Anderson, wrote this song about the river that runs right in front of the castle called the River Dee. And his lovely wife Shona stood up one day and sang this song, and it just took me to another world. I couldn't believe how beautiful this song. It was just her and her voice, nothing else. And I hate to ruin it, but I've worked up my own version of it because it's just so good I can't keep from playing it. And I asked Paul if he would mind, and he said, "No, put your hillbilly twist to it, and maybe we'll have a Scottish hillbilly hit on our hands." So this is called The Bonnie Banks of Dee. It's a pretty cool story about an old cattle drover that's trying to get his cows to the sale barn and at the same time pick up a cool looking girl. Am I in tune? A drover lad, I came from Tarlin, long miles to Falkirk Trice, to see a boar called Bleen, the beasts I'd driven to the bonny banks of Dee. A song to settle down my cattle, a song my heart a care to free. I bedded down in Tulloch town, nearby the bonny banks of Dee. Well, alas, she stopped nearby to listen, a Tulloch girl of high degree. Another lass could ne'er surpass her beauty by the banks of Dee. She sat with me and we sang together. She spent the wee long night with me. Her golden hair like threads of sunlight, and eyes as blue as the pools of Dee. Come to me, my bonny lassie, come sit ye down upon my knee. We'll sing the oldest songs together by the bonny banks of Dee. When I returned with gold and silver to Tulloch town to buy the wheat, my girl, she'd wed a wealthy farmer by the bonny banks of Dee. So when the larks and linnets fill the gloaming and the air hums with the honey bee, my old heart thrills, I hear it still, her singing by the banks of Dee. So come to me, my bonny lassie, come sit ye down upon my knee. We'll sing the old red songs together by the bonny banks dee. Sing it with me if you do. Come to me, my bonny lassie, come sit ye down upon my knee. We'll sing the old red songs together by the bonny banks of Dee. One more time, John. Oh, come to me, my bonny lassie, won't you come sit down upon my knee? We'll sing the old red songs together by the bonny banks of Dee. Yeah. Yeah, so Google that too if you want to. The Bonnie Banks of Dee. Look, I believe Shona Donaldson, I believe is the name she was going by back then. You notice today we started off with a song called To Live Is to Fly. That's an old Townes Van Zandt song. And Townes did live and he did fly. And then we did our tribute to David Lindley. David Lindley lived large, and I have no doubt is flying high at this moment. And this is Vasher Sunday, so I want to send this out to all of our friends and loved ones that have lived and have flown on. We've all got holes to fill, and them holes are all that's real. Some fall on you like a storm, sometimes you dig your own. The choice is yours to make, the time is yours to take. Some sail upon the sea, some toil upon the storm. Oh, to live is to fly, both low and high. Shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Shake the dust off of your wings and the tears out of your eyes. Play one, John. That song is just so good, I just wanted to spread it out throughout the whole set. So I ain't finished with it yet. It'll come back again in a minute. I'm afraid we're going to have to cut something out. Which one you want to cut out?
I don't want to cut anything.
Let's go ahead and do Joe Walker's Mare while we're at it. Grab that mandolin again, John. The folks over there in Scotland like this song. They like cowboy stuff, you know, anything about a cowboy or a horse or anything like that. Now Joe Walker's mare was a mighty good ride. She was no bag of bones, she was no hunk of hide. And he gave her to me the day that he died. Joe Walker's mare was a mighty good ride. She never reared up, no, she never broke loose. She'd carry a queen or a Choctaw papoose. Bareback and bridle, no saddle, no use. She never reared up, no, she never broke loose. Now Joe Walker rode her for 20-some years. He viewed most of this country between her two ears. He found him a good one, and he never switched gears. Joe Walker rode her for 20-some years. She never reared up, no, she never broke loose. She'd carry a queen or a Choctaw papoose, bareback and bridle, no saddle, no use. She never reared up, no, she never broke loose. She pulled the wagon that hauled him away in the box that he had built for his own burying day. She even dropped her head for the preacher to pray. And then I unhitched the wagon and they hauled him away. And I never rode her, it just didn't seem right. Oh, I brushed her and I combed her most every night. And I thought about it, but dream as I might, I would not ride her, it just didn't seem right. So in the Arbuckle Mountains, somewhere running free, is the son of that mare Joe Walker gave me. I turned him loose the day that she died. Joe Walker's mare was a mighty good ride. She was no bag of bone, no hunk of hide. Joe Walker's mare was a mighty good ride, y'all. I just looked at the clock and I turned to John and I said, John, we're going to have to cut something out. He said, I don't want to cut anything out. Then we're going to have to play faster. 'Cause I need more time. To tune, I need more time to sit down on the riverbank and wet my fishing line and spend a whole day looking for your perfect Valentine. To climb that hill that's called out to me since I was a kid, and to live the way I said I would, but somehow never did. I need more time. Yes, I need more time. I'd take my dad's old pickup truck as far as it would go, maybe up to Calgary to see that big rodeo. I'd stop in some little cafe with a waitress, bless her heart, and I'd leave $100 tip. Hey, that'd just be a start. 'Cause I need more time. find me sitting downstairs in the dark, staring out at nothing and listening to an old dog bark. Just come lay down beside me till the dawn comes breaking through. I forget about all these other dreams when it comes to holding you. 'Cause when it comes to holding you, I need more. I need more. Give me more, I need more. I need more. I need I need more time. I'm going to send this out to those folks over in Mississippi a couple nights ago. Got wiped out by the damned old tornado. I grew up in Oklahoma. I know what that's like. It ain't fun. And so I'm going to send that out to them. This is a song I wrote with Guy Clark, and when we wrote it, he wanted to call it Tornado Time in Texas. And me being from Oklahoma, I kind of bowed up and said, no, I want to call it Tornado Time in Tulsa. There was a moment there I didn't know what was going to happen, John. And then Guy finally said, how about this? You do it your way and I'll do it mine. All right. Now when the night gets blacker than a funeral suit, and it gets hotter than a depot stove, you better hide in the cellar. Don't wait for Amarillo to come blowing up the road. Now mama, line the children out, get them round by the cellar door. 'Cause when the wind dies down and your hair stands up, you know you better not wait no more. It's tornado time in Tulsa, takes the paint right off your barn. Tornado time in Tulsa, blow the tattoo off your arm. I've seen hailstones big as hen eggs, boys. I've seen things you can't even believe. It'll take your tablecloth and it'll leave the dishes, drive a broom straw through a tree. Now it'll take your corn, it'll take your wheat, it'll even take your cotton balls. And it'll suck the Red River dry as a bone and then dump it on Wichita Falls. Tornado time in Tulsa, take the paint right off your barn. Tornado time in Tulsa, blows the tattoo off your arm. Oh! So you hide in the cellar amongst the canning jars, and it sounds like a train up top. You have a word with the Lord before you open that door to see what you still got or not. It's tornado time in Tulsa, takes the paint right off your barn. Tornado time in Tulsa, blows the tattoo off your arm. Once again, I want to say thank you to John Mailander. Is it Mailander? John Mailander. Mailander.
Thank you, Verlon.
I want to dedicate this one to him. This is a song I wrote with the wonderful Sean Camp. Y'all enjoy him this weekend? We got to talking about it one day. I don't have it in there anymore. It disintegrated, but I used to keep a rattlesnake rattler inside my guitar hole here. I had heard somebody say one time that it not only did it draw good spirits, but it made your guitar sounded better. So I figured I could use all the help I could get. So I stuck a rattlesnake rattle in there, and then Sean was telling me, he said, no, that's an old fiddle thing. Said when back in the day, fiddle music was considered evil, and the guys had to keep the fiddles out in the barns. The wife wouldn't let them keep it in the house, and they'd put a rattlesnake rattle inside it to keep the mice from building a nest in there. Well, my great-granddaddy made this fiddle. He carved it out of a chestnut. No, he carved it out of a maple tree. He strung it up with some old cat gut, then he sent it on down the line to me. Well, he carved his bow from a chestnut rail, and he haired it up with a stallion tail. It had a rattlesnake rattling around, and this old hillbilly hand-me-down. Yes, it's an old hillbilly hand-me-down. Ain't nothing like that old-time sound. Made many a square dance go around. It's an old hillbilly hand-me-down. Well, it's gents to the middle and do-si-do. Grab your partner and rosin up your bow. Get your elbow sawing up and down on that old hillbilly hand-me-down. Oh, it's an old hillbilly hand-me-down. Ain't nothing like that old-time sound. Made many a square dance go around. It's an old hillbilly hand-me-down. This old fiddle is an old heirloom. It's been in the family since the crack of doom. I was lost until I found my old hillbilly hand-me-down. Yes, an old hillbilly hand-me-down. Ain't nothing like that old-time sound. Made many square dance go around. It's an old hillbilly hand. Yes, it's an old hillbilly hand-me-down. Nothing like that old-time sound. Made many square dance go around. It's an old hillbilly hand-me-down. Goodbye to all my friends. It's time to go again. Think about the poetry and the picking down the line. Well, I'll miss the system here. The bottom's low, but the treble's clear. And it don't pay to think too much on the things you left behind. Oh, to live is to fly, both low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Shake the dust off of your wings and the tears out of your eyes. John Mailander. Thank you,
Verlon
guys.
Thompson. Thank you.
Thank you, my man. John Mailander. Thank you, guys. Man, thank y'all so very much. I've been looking forward to this. You can't imagine how much I've been looking forward to playing with this guy. And it's one of those things where you anticipate it, and you got your hopes are so high for it. You're just hoping when it gets here that you're not let down. And I was not let down at all, John. Thank you. Well, Lord, if I die in this city, I pray my soul you will save. Carry me back to the mountains and bury me in a hillbilly grave. Bury me in a hillbilly grave. Well, I never wanted to leave here. My roots were deep and strong, but it makes no sense to be where all good hope is gone. Where all good hope is gone. Yes, and I have often wondered about the things that might have been. Oh, but looking back is useless. What's done is done, my friend. No, we can't go back again. So, Lord, if I die in this city, I pray my soul you will save. Carry me back to my mountain and bury me in a hillbilly grave. Oh, bury me in a hillbilly grave. mountains make long shadows, and they hide a sinner well. Oh, but hiding is not living, y'all. When you're living hell. Oh, and I've been living hell. And if I had it all to do over, I think I'd use a knife instead. 'Cause that cold dark blade is silent, but they'd still be just as dead. They'd still be just as dead. So, Lord, if I die in this city, I pray my soul